One of the many infuriating things about this story and this American tradition, which I guess has become a global tradition, is the disregard these wealthy people who were born on third base with a silver spoon in their mouths and think they hit an inside the park triple. The disregard with which they treat honest, hardworking, working class people. And so, to my sensibility, which is not well educated, like I have a hard time wrapping my head around, I disdain this world of finance. I prefer, if I'm going to earn money, I want to tangibly know what I've done to earn that money. I think it's gross and unhealthy, and I'm not the only one that thinks that, to have this imaginary financial system where, the gold standard is out the window and this is all based on speculation and credit. And so the supposed clever, success stories or leaders in this world refer to those of us that are just playing our weekly paycheck in the stock market or on the blackjack table as dumb money. We're not as smart as they are, and also our daddy doesn't have a blood diamond mine in South Africa. They leave that out of their idea of dumb money. As soon as we get into Reddit, that's deep weeds. I've had a really good time on Reddit doing AMAs, if that's the right term. But so from what I understand, the great thing about Reddit is it's an incredibly boiled down. It's the crucible of crowdsourced information. Like it's canvassing of a vast swath of the internet using population, and whatever specialty you care about, you find your particular subreddit. In this case, it's Wall Street Bets, and so everybody weighs in, and it's many hands make light work. Two heads are better than one, so thousands of heads arguably are even better than that. And so Wall Street Bets is, a vast swath of people weighing in with their knowledge and intuition about the stock market. The danger of wealth or ease or a life of luxury is that it really does appeal to human nature. If, I grew up working with my farm family, and I grew up using tools and performing labor, and I became a carpenter, and I still really enjoy performing labor because it makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like I'm using this body I've been given. And as soon as you take away the necessity for that kind of work with wealth or with luxury, I think that's dangerous, and your life can only become more unhappy. So even when I've started to do well myself, I try and make sure that I still work with my hands so I don't turn into a soft, fat baby. And I think that characters like this can't help but become soft, useless babies that their money is earning money, and they think that somehow makes them better than other people, which is obviously bullshit. So I mean, I tap into my human nature because I think there, but for the grace of God, go all of us. If somebody says, you never have to worry about your rent anymore, then I'm like, great, I'm going to become addicted to something. Like, I'll drink too much, I'll eat myself to death, I'll buy a yacht and smoke cigars and cheat on my wife. Fantastic. Like, there's nothing good that can come of this kind of conspicuous wealth. I try to focus my participation, again, in tangibility. I perform an acting role, I get paid. I build a table, someone pays me for it. Like, you can touch and see the things that earn me my money. To get into the world of speculation and try to earn my living as a speculator just doesn't seem healthy. Like, it seems immoral, and I think that, in order to have a decent society, I think we need to reform that whole shebang. That said, I mean, so I was aware of the bullet points, but I was very grateful to read this script because it lays it out where I'm like, oh, now I see from a real person's point of view what this was all about. And it infuriated me so much more that this billionaire was shorting, you know, these stocks, that these clever working class people destroyed him. I find that to be a very heroic story where they said, you know what, we're going to beat this guy at his own game, even though we depend on the money that we're putting into this. This guy, we're dumb money. We're a joke to this guy, but we're going to stick together and stick it to this guy. And they do. And two other big fat billionaires and the FTCC are like, oh no, they've, you know, these bullies have tripped our buddy. Like, let's save our buddy. But you know, if all of those people lost their life savings that they bet, nobody's going to step in and save them.